Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another race today. Last race of the week 9, running the late model open setup series back at Langley. Hoping for somewhat of a decent result. Managed to qualify second, though we were about a tenth off of the pole. Don't have a ton of confidence in my setup being all that fast. So I'm hoping that because this seems to be an incredibly weak strength of field that we can kind of just get a decent start, pull away, sort out either second or third, and kind of find a spot there. My guess is I'm probably somewhere between a third and a fifth place car out of 10. We are car number 3, so I don't really want to fall all that much from where we are, but just never really could seem to get the car to do what I want. Just tried so many adjustments and did not respond the way that I wanted, so
87 Fahrenheit.
gonna do the best that we can. Hopefully not get in any trouble, just try to find a gap to get to the inside. I think the one is going to be gone. He seemed to be so much faster, so
Follow the pace car.
Yeah,
the outside column.
just gotta do the best that we can and try to get all we can. Learn from it, hopefully not overdrive the car. I do have it set up somewhat loose off the start, so that way by the middle to the back end of the run we're not too tight. So I just have to make sure they don't overdrive into the corner or get on the throttle too hard coming off and loop it either way, because that'll kill what should be hopefully a decent result. Not sure how clean this will be. This is the first open setup race I have ran this week in any series, let alone late models. So hoping that it'll be somewhat clean and we can just start kind of clicking laps off and riding and evaluating where we are and where the setup is. So yeah, I'm just gonna get all we can. Hopefully again get a decent start, try to get down as quickly as possible and be either, you know, P2, P3, something like that. So just want to make sure that we don't jump the leader, get a black flag that way. Let him go. He seems to be rolling a little bit slower.
Be ready.
He's off.
Green, green, green.
We've got the two-door inside that we have to respect. He's going to have the position to the inside. That's just that inside lane. We actually lose 2 spots out of it. The 4 is able to get by us as well, so we're just going to kind of feel it out. I'm not happy with that, but all things considered, that wasn't too bad. Especially for no contact, so got on the throttle a little too early coming out of the corner, pushed up, had to lift again. My guess is the 2 and the 4 will probably be gone from us, although we seem to be pulling away from the 9, so hopefully we can kind of just find a gap. Again, I just don't feel like I have very much speed, so we're just going to kind of roll it around and hope that maybe we have a setup that runs a little better on the long run than some of these guys. Looks like the 2 either got into the wall or had to pull off. So
you've just done a 16.76. That's your best lap in the session.
just trying to work the car around, not get into the corners too hot so that we avoid sliding the tires, and trying to get off that I don't stab the throttle too hard and spin them off either. Trying to treat them as nicely as I can. Looks like we are catching the 2 and the 4 slightly, although, again, I don't know what the long run's going to look like. They pull away that time. 4 does get into the outside wall. He gets really loose coming into 1. Allows us to close up on him. We have absolutely no pressure from behind. Didn't even see if there was a wreck, but almost 3 seconds ahead. Almost get into the 4. Have to jump on the brakes a little bit. That got us a little loose. That killed our momentum off the corner. Yeah, trying to finish on the lead lap is going to be probably my main goal for this race if we can, because we're already 2 seconds back of the leader and we're not even 10 laps in, so if I can get by these guys, that'll be a bonus as well. Probably don't need to take quite as low of a line in since I have nobody pressuring from behind. That'll actually kind of pinch the car and tighten it a little bit, so probably can take a slightly wider arc in. Although I'm trying to get the 4 to see if we'll make a mistake by trying to show him look like I want the inside. I see the 4 seems to be the one that's kind of holding me up. The 2's pulling away from him, so We get on the apron a little too much, that causes us to get loose off. We lose momentum, that allows the 4 to pull away.
You've just
So,
done a 16.94.
yeah, just got to try to minimize the mistakes, the sliding. And we may have to think about using the bumper to the 4 possibly to get by him, depending on how he drives. He gets into the wall again. He's going to get loose into 1 when you come off the wall. We get a little bump with him. No instant points, just kind of letting them know, hey, we're here. And I do feel faster than him. I know I have absolutely nothing for the 1, even if we got by both the 4 and the 2. So, 4 pushes up. We're going to try to see if we can get him on the inside.
Keep it steady.
Just trying to work to the inside, see if we can clear him. He's going to try to pull the crossover. Watch and see if he wants to run to the inside or give us the bumper. He's going to push us up a hair. He'll have the position to the inside. I push way out of the corner, have to slow down to get it off, so
okay, Jake.
We'll try to pull the same move.
The gap is 0.29.
It was just an absolutely terrible sequence on my part for not driving well off of it. You can see he gets loose again through 1 and 2, pushes up, so we're going to work to his inside, try to get by him. Comes down, makes contact with us. Going to try to defend the bottom. Hopefully this should prevent him from trying to make a crossover and see if we can set our sights onto the 2 at all.
P3.
Check our gap next time at the line. It's definitely helping the 2 with us battling. It was allowing him to pull away. You can see at the line we're about 1.4 back of the 2, so we'll see if we can close up on that or not. Got too much on the apron, gets us loose off. You can see we actually lose a 10th because of that, and that also allows the 4 to get back to us, so I just have to avoid making dumb mistakes like that. Because I feel like we are faster than the 4. I don't know if we're faster than the 2, but we should be able to pull away from the 4. Keep it clean, hold about the same gap to the 2, although I don't feel like I ran my best lap there. Just kind of trying to tiptoe the thing around in the corners, not driving it in too hard and sliding it. See, we lost a 10th there to the 2, but we're not even halfway through yet, so good possibility that if we're conserving tires a little bit better, we might be able to start reeling them back in. Although I don't want to lose too much time and not be able to make up the gap on the back half of the race. Lost about 2 tenths there, so he may be picking up the pace some. Move the brake bias back slightly to kind of help us rotate it in the corner just a little bit better. Does look like we're pulling away from the 4 a little bit. We get into the wall. That was a stupid mistake on my part. Thankfully no incident points out of it, and it seemed to get more of the door rather than the right front. 2 is definitely checked out from us, although we're not helping the cause driving wise. Seem to be pinching it a little too much into the corner, and that seems to be kind of the timing's just not, not the way to run this. So wanted to do this because I struggle with these type of tracks both from a driving standpoint and from a setup standpoint. So even if it wasn't going to be a good result, I kind of wanted to challenge myself and try to develop anything that I can skill wise. We are definitely pulling away from the 4, so that's good that we're not having much pressure there. You can see it's about another 6, almost 7 seconds back to
okay, Jake.
5th place is car number 7. So just kind of trying to ride, see if we can pull away from 4, and see if we can just kind of maintain pace with the 2 and eventually take advantage if they are going to fall off faster than we are on the back end of the run. You see, next time by we will be halfway through the race. Thankfully it's been pretty clean, just checking laps off. Got a lap car, but we're not catching them all that fast. So should get them maybe going into 1 and 2 next lap, unless they slow down and pull over this lap. Looks like they're going to stay high, so we're going to stay low out of the corner to try to get by them into 1 and 2. Able to clear them. It's going to hurt the gap to the 2, but that was about the best place I could hit them to get on by, so helps me out. I'm glad to get by them. 4 seems to get by them with no problem, so looks like they're being pretty respectful, which is nice. We get a little too hard on the throttle out of 4, get it loose down the front stretch, so gotta watch out because we probably heated the right front up, or right rear up a little bit. You see we're about 2 seconds behind from the 2, did lose a little bit, but again, I think part of that was due to that lap car. Losing probably about a tenth a lap or so, but we're picking up, you know, probably half a tenth or so a lap on the 4. So, like I said, I thought 3 to 5 or so, you know, that was about where we were at speed-wise, so this is not unexpected. Got a little issue there, I had to lift off of the throttle just to make sure we didn't hit the wall.
17.16. The gap to Edwards.
Almost
is now 2.1
come to the line to complete lap 30. Be almost 2/3 of the way done with the race. Gonna move the brake bias back a little bit more. Definitely feel like I've probably overdriven the right front, heated it up. It just doesn't want to rotate through. It kind of almost does a push loose condition. So just kind of trying to slow it down and roll it through the corner as best as I can. See, we got a little loose there off of 2. I didn't want to try to chase it too much and slide it, just kind of work the throttle off. Looks like the 2's having some issues with the lap car. He's able to get by him, although we're not rolling very fast, so
1.93.
pulling away quite a bit from the 4, so I'm kind of okay with settling in where we are and just finishing it out. You can see we got a little too hard on the brakes there into the corner, slid it around. Cost us a lot of time there to the 2. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to him. I highly doubt it, unless he really starts falling on his face. But even then, we're going to have to pick up a substantial amount every single lap just to be able to try to get a pass. Give us enough time to get a pass on him. So, I got to come to the line with 15 to go. Thankfully, don't see the 1 car in the relative yet for coming in on us, so hopefully we can still finish on the lead lap. So far, nice to run a clean race and not have any incident points. It's been a nice change of pace from some of the races I've been involved in lately. There's definitely kind of doing a push loose. It's just sliding the front all the way through the corner and then finally biting and snapping the rear end around. So, like I said, I did not feel very good in this setup. I just wanted to run the race, challenge myself, see what it was going to do, and try to give it my best effort. So, still trying a few different setup theories, learning what to do for them. And like I said, these flat tracks are the ones that I always struggle the most on. Oxford Plains is similar, I think, on this. I absolutely struggled there. Sometimes even late here, I struggle at. So. If I can just maintain the gap to the 2, I'd be happy with that. Because I don't think he really has any lap traffic. He's got one a little bit ahead, but should be clear of him for another lap or 2. So come across to the line to start lap 40, almost there to 10 to go. You can see we've kind of got the slide thing where it just pushes up and then it snaps and starts to come around, and you have to control the slide.
Behind is now
So
2.5 seconds.
See absolutely zero pressure behind from the 4. Losing a little bit of time to the 2, but it's not too horrific.
The gap to Edwards ahead is now 2.5.
Losing about a tenth every 2 or 3 laps or so. So I'll try to drive a little better, see if we can get to him. We do have 9 to go, 8 to go this time at the line. Gonna move the brake bias all the way back. Just try to see if I can slow down a little more. See, we can tag the wall, so we're gonna try to take it easy. I've noticed usually when I tag the wall, it throws off the entry for the next corner, and it can get a little squirrely. So it's kind of wanted to try play conservative and just get it around the corner, since there's really no reason to push incredibly hard. I don't think we're going to get to the 2, and I really don't want to lose the spot to the 4 when we don't need to.
6 seconds. That last lap was at 17.52.
See, we kind of got a little loose
You've
there
just done
through
a
the front stretch.
17.36.
Probably shouldn't have gotten on the throttle quite as hard as we did. Anytime you're sliding tires like that, that's generally not good for your forward momentum and not going to help your speed out. As well as it'll make it tougher to get through the corners because you overheated the tires. Got a big gaggle of lap cars. We're probably just going to take our time since we've only got 5 to go and no real pressure from behind. So if we can get by them, great. If not, I'm not going to force anything either.
Car high. Clear high.
Able to clear one of them.
The gap to Gilbert behind is now.
Looks like
3.2
the
seconds.
8's gonna lose it. I don't know if he's gonna come back up the track. Just gonna ride where we are. We're able to clear him. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to the 9 with 3 to go or if I even want to get by him. May just kind of ride here and finish it out.
The gap to Edwards ahead is now 3.7.
See, we really lost quite a bit of time to the 2. Just
2 laps left.
Yeah.
Come on, you're looking good for a podium.
setup
That
just
was
doesn't
at
feel great,
17.32.
and I'm just trying to work it around as best as I can. We're gonna come to the line for white flag. Again, I'm okay with where I'm riding.
Okay, Jake,
Don't need to get
one
by
more
the
go.
9 at
Keep it
all.
together, we'll be on the
Just
podium.
finish off clean race. Not the best run from a speed standpoint, competitive in relation to the 1 and the 2, but still nice to get at the top 3 and finish at our car number, as well as
Well done.
get a
Decent
0x out of it. So again, like I said, I struggle with these both from a setup standpoint, from a driving standpoint, so I kind of wanted to challenge myself and just see what I could learn or get out of it.
The pit lane speed limit is 30 miles per hour. 300 feet.
Pull it in here,
100
stop.
feet.
Not really too much to take a look from a replay standpoint. It's a pretty clean race overall, so let's take a look at the tires, see how bad I beat him up. You can see 86, 71, the car was just loose, but still sliding the right front as well. So when you got this over here and that over there, that's really bad setup, really, really unbalanced, so I got a lot to work on there. But yeah, let's take a look at the results, see how we did. Should have been able to gain both iRating and safety rating, which will be nice. Haven't done that in a while, so see, unfortunately, that was top split, only 1652, really, really, really weak. Scared to see what the bottom split was, the second split was like. 1654 was the fast lap, ours was 73, so we're about 2/10 and just over 2/10 off of pace to begin with. So gain 27 I rating, able to gain 23 in the safety. That's a nice boost. We're trying to climb that back up as close to 4.5 if we can. Yeah, nice to finally get a clean finish. Gain a tiny little bit of fire rating, kind of trying to climb back up to that 2500 and then shoot for the 3K the next one. So hopefully you guys were able to enjoy something, maybe learn something out of it, or you know what not to do. And we'd love to get people into the open setup stuff. I enjoy it more. It's helps me from a driving standpoint and a setup standpoint learn a lot more. I feel like it kind of accelerates the learning faster too. So class is kind of dying. We'd love to get people back into it. Enjoyed it when we were used to be able to get 40, 50 cars at a time in the peaker times. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe, leave any comments, suggestions, anything else below, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.